I've traveled all around the United States, visiting the country's biggest cities and training at some of the best gyms along the way.
So that begs the question, which city has the best gyms in America? I think it's only right if we start in my home city of Charlotte, North Carolina to get a good baseline.
This is Crusher Coliseum, possibly my favorite gym of all time and the gym that I train at every single day, so let's head inside to see what I'm working with.
Now that we're at the first stop, let me explain the ranking. Today, I'll be ranking 5 major US cities based on 3 different factors. The quality of gyms, including equipment, amenities, and cleanliness, the variety of gyms available, and the overall gym culture of the city, including hospitality, vibe, and that sort of thing. Scores for each of the categories will be rated out of 10 and a combined total will be tabulated out of 30. And the city with the highest score at the end of the video will be crowned Gainesville. So let's do it.
Before I show you around, let's see what some other people think. 3 words to describe Crush It. Equipment, positive,
Hella lit.
hella lit. Let's take a look around to see if that's all true.
This gym is owned by natural bodybuilding legend Doug Miller, and he has an unbelievable eye for gym equipment. In order to put together the most badass gym around, they handpick, restore, and refurbish the best of the best from each brand, including Panada, Prime, Atlantis, Nautilus, and quite literally every single other brand of equipment you can think of. Equipment is conveniently grouped by body part, and they even have a leg day section that spans half of the gym with every piece of leg equipment you could imagine, 5 different hack squats, 8 different leg presses, and every accessory machine you could ever dream of. And it doesn't end there, because the basement is called the Hypogeum, and it's a powerlifter's dream with rogue squat cages, combo racks, deadlift platforms, and calibrated plates. It has everything you need no matter your fitness goals. Also, the wall art is just so cool and really gets you in the mood to work hard. The only thing that's missing from this gym is a posing room, but that might be nitpicking.
Another thing that I love is the whole gym is always spotless. I would even eat off of the bathroom floor. Well, maybe I wouldn't do that, but at least I'm not scared to sit on it. This gym is truly one of a kind, and I'm spoiled to be able to go here daily, but let's check out some other gyms in Charlotte to see where they're ranked. We're now in the heart of Charlotte at Core 24 Gym, an influencer style gym, so if you don't like cameras, you ain't gonna like this place, but let's check it out.
This gym stands out because of its unique art, design, and decorations. It's always bumping super loud music in a cool environment that almost makes it feel like you're in a nightclub while you work out. It has a super solid array of machines with mostly Atlantis, Arsenal, and Rogue equipment. It also has a very unique recovery area with a huge sauna and cold plunge for all my primals out there. This gym is definitely geared towards the younger crowd and is awesome, but I don't know if I'd want to train there.
This is how I felt all workout. Got an absolutely insane pump, but let's move on to the next Charlotte spot.
Heading just a few minutes down the road is a brand new gym called QC Pump House. This space is absolutely massive and has a unique blue and black color scheme. The vibe is super cool, but the equipment is hit or miss with some great pieces and some not so great ones. It's not anything over the top special, but it's definitely an overall great gym to work out at every day with plenty of space and lots of equipment to choose.
The Charlotte gym scene is a little bit weird because they have a few really high quality gyms but lack diversity and also have very average commercial gyms. The city is definitely fit overall, but nothing over the top or stand out. Gym quality in Charlotte gets an 8.5 out of 10, variety gets a 7, and gym culture also gets a 7, bringing Charlotte's total to a respectable 22.5 out of 30. A good score, but I think we can do better. Moving on to Los Angeles, California.
I'm here in Los Angeles, California. It's only right to start with LA Fitness. It's like, we're at Gold's Gym. We're gonna get a good workout. Let's go.
The first workout is at Gold's Gym Northridge, one of the most popular gyms in the Valley area. Although this was filmed at 10 p.m. at night, the gym was absolutely jam-packed with people, which wasn't a fluke because I've also been there at 10 a.m. on a weekday and it was the same story. The gym's equipment isn't horrible, but also not great, with mostly light fitness and hammer strength machines, which is pretty standard for commercial gyms. The gym is actually quite well kept and very clean, which is nice, but simply way too overcrowded, similar to LA itself.
We honestly just had a sick workout despite extenuating circumstances, but we will catch you guys in the next workout.
Flex Gym in Woodland Hills is more of an old school bodybuilding type gym with mostly a carrying and flex equipment from the 80s. Despite the old equipment being cool, it also felt like it hadn't been refurbished since the 80s. And the gym isn't maintained very well in some areas, so it definitely gets points docked for that. Another intangible aspect of the gym is the overall vibe. Of my many trips to the gym, the staff has been very nice, but the members seem quite egotistical and unwelcoming. Nowhere near the worst gym I've ever been to, but I definitely can't give it very high praise. Let's just hope the gym owned by one of the most popular fitness influencers of all time is better.
We're here at Zoo Culture with Marsh. We're hitting chest and arms.
We're gonna get a good workout. Let's go.
Zoo Culture Gym is an influencer hotspot and is owned by fitness influencer Bradley Martin. It has a pretty cool aesthetic, but that's about where the fun ends because it charges an outrageous $60 day pass. I could maybe understand if it was a state-of-the-art facility, but it sports pretty standard machines for a newer private gym with mostly arsenal strength and rogue equipment. Not to mention, it's in a surprisingly small space. The posing room is nice with good lighting, but it's also extremely undersized and nothing special. By no means is this gym bad, and I honestly had a pretty good experience, but almost nowhere in the world deserves to be charging a day pass worth a new PS5 game.
We're here at Gold's Gym, Venice Beach, where Arnold trained in his prime.
Come on, bump, 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 bump. Feel the muscles contracting.
And it wouldn't be a complete LA trip without going to the mecca of bodybuilding, Gold's Gym Venice Beach. With the rich history that this gym has, there is simply an aura about this place that can't be matched. The combination of indoor and outdoor training spaces with a huge selection of equipment is also very cool, but the fact that there are so many different sections and rooms makes it a little bit confusing to navigate. Although it isn't the latest and greatest, almost every great bodybuilder of all time has been here, and it's definitely something you have to check out if you go to LA.
The LA gym scene is exactly what you'd expect for a big city: unmaintained, crowded, and quite expensive. Los Angeles gyms were certainly a disappointment, ending with a ranking of 5 for gym quality, 5 for variety, and 7 for gym culture, with the only redeeming factor coming from Gold's Gym Venice Beach, with a total score of 17 out of 30. Definitely not too great, but let's head back over to the East Coast to see what they got.
Miami, I'm officially inside you. Let's see what you got. Starting with Elevation Fitness, a Miami staple with 3 locations. This gym is super sleek and sports mostly Atlantis equipment with some Gym 80 pieces as well, which I don't like very much, but that could just be me. It also has a super dope posing room and a great hardworking vibe to it, and I was also able to get a great workout in and just really enjoyed training here. The only downside is that it's almost always busy, but that's to be expected in the middle of Miami. The gym itself isn't as big as I was expecting, but equipment is strategically placed to ensure you're not on top of the guy next to you, which I definitely appreciate. Moving on to a more hidden gem in Miami, and my personal favorite is Rule Gym MIA. It boasts a super cool tropical vibe, really embracing Miami culture, incredible selection of equipment with Panada and Arsenal machines, and they even have an official Supreme rack for all the hype beasts in South Florida. I'm sad I was only able to do a squat, bench, and deadlift day here, but we'll definitely be back. Miami seems to be putting up an insane score right now, and it's looking like they could be the new favorites to win, so let's head to the final gym to see what the score is. Omega Wellness Club, a gym that seems to be more focused on aesthetics and rehab than it is actually building muscle. The Matrix equipment is probably the worst I've ever used, and the variety of those machines was also poor, but the gym itself had a great vibe and the members were hardworking. It also seems to be more geared towards recovery with saunas and cold plunges, hence the name Wellness Club, but surely not the gym.
Overall, Miami has an incredible gym scene with most people being very active. Gym quality ranks in at an 8, an incredible variety of gyms comes in at a 9 because I didn't even get to half of the gyms that I wanted to, and gym culture also comes in at a 9. Which brings Miami's total to a huge score of 26 and a new leader in our rankings.
Miami, you were pretty cool, but I think we can do better. A bold statement. But can the home of the Mr. Olympia competition dethrone it? Sunny Las Vegas, Nevada has become a hotspot for bodybuilding in recent years, hosting some of the most bodybuilding-friendly gyms in the entire country. Starting with possibly the most famous gym in the desert, Dragon's Lair Gym, owned by 7-time 212 Mr. Olympia Flex Lewis. When the gym is owned by such an incredible bodybuilder, you expect nothing but the best, and that's truly what you get. Great equipment, hardcore atmosphere, and everything you need to be a great bodybuilder. I was fortunate enough to train legs with Dr. Mike Israetel and Jared Feather, and it was a session I surely won't forget.
Jeff Nipper did this.
Did he? I'm Jeff Nipper.
You look similar.
Yeah, no.
You're about 18 inches taller, but
The music is always bumping nice and loud, there's a great posing room, and the bodybuilding culture is unmatched. If you frequent the gym enough, you're bound to run into some of the best bodybuilders on the planet. Heading over to another bodybuilding-centric gym, we have Torture Gym, and that name is just so badass. A unique location bringing Korean bodybuilding culture to Vegas. Painted black and yellow, no Wiz Khalifa, I didn't ask for you to start singing. Decked out with new tech equipment, an incredible Korean brand of machines that feel super smooth and biomechanically perfect. The space was very clean and there was almost a sense of respect in the air, which is perfectly fitting for this gym. A very unique vibe and somewhat of a hidden gem I would absolutely recommend checking out. The last stop in Vegas was at Las Vegas Powerhouse Gym, owned and operated by two bodybuilding legends, Iris Kyle and Hidetada Yamagishi. The gym is split into two rooms named Japan and Korea, signifying the brand of equipment that's in each room, Evo Gear or New Tech respectively. Two fantastic and very rare brands in the US, but I will say it was quite small, felt pretty crammed, and overall didn't have the best vibe, but that could have just been my personal experience.
Vegas is a huge hotspot for bodybuilding and has some absolutely incredible gyms, but be forewarned, almost every guest pass is a minimum of $30. I guess they expect you to have some extra cash laying around from all the casino wins the night before. Regardless, gym quality in Vegas gets an astounding 10 because I can't think of any way to make them better. Gym variety is slightly lower at an 8.5 because of the heavy focus on bodybuilding, and gym culture also gets a monstrous 9.5 out of 10. Bringing the total score for Las Vegas to a massive 28 out of 30. Will Sin City be topped, or will it reign supreme?
Our final entrant brings us to good old Dallas, Texas. Yeehaw! Starting off hot, and I mean that literally and figuratively, is the original Metroflex gym in Arlington, Texas. The single-handedly most hardcore gym I have ever been to, with grungy old equipment, no AC, and most importantly, the home of Ronnie Coleman. Yes, he was actually there while I was training. This is an absolute culture shock, but it's almost impossible to get a bad workout here, especially when you're training with someone like Martin Fitzwater like I did. The training session was filled with an intensity like no other, grunting, yelling, and an immense amount of sweat from the 105-degree July Texas heat. I have truly never been to a gym like this, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Now on to the complete opposite end of the spectrum is a super bougie gym called Absolute Recomp. Truly the most insane and grand gym I have ever been to. Decked out with mostly Panada equipment, marble, and granite everywhere, in the craziest lights out of any kind of gym I've ever seen. Whether you're a bodybuilder or a regular gym goer, there is never a shortage of equipment here, which is so nice. Keeping on the bougie vibe, but in a completely different way, is John Reed Fitness in downtown Dallas, and I'm gonna be honest, this gym felt like a nightclub, but for all the wrong reasons. Crowded, strange decor, and an extremely overpriced $50 day pass didn't lend itself very well to a great workout. This is definitely more for the mainstream fitness population that wants to feel like they're in Amsterdam while they work out, but something I can't get very into, but you know, to each their own. The last very important thing to note about Dallas is their wide variety of high-quality commercial gyms, such as this Gold's Gym in Flower Mound. Whether it's a Lifetime Fitness, LA Fitness, or even a Planet Fitness, they seem to have some of the best commercial gyms in the country. But is that enough to have the home of the Cowboys triumph Las Vegas?
Gym quality in Dallas gets a solid 9. Gym variety gets high praise of a 9.5 because of the eclectic assortment of gym types, and gym culture also gets a 9. Bringing Dallas's total score to a 27.5, just shy of Las Vegas by half of a point on our leaderboard. That means Las Vegas, Nevada is the winner of this video and crowned Gainesville, USA. Remember, these are my personal opinions based on my personal experience, so if you have anything to say, let me know down in the comments, but that's all I have for you guys today. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I will catch you in the next YouTube video. Peace.